What kind of man kills his own family, then boards a plane, smiling, as if nothing ever happened? It was the 4th of July weekend in Bakersfield, California, a time of celebration, fireworks, and family gatherings. But inside one quiet home, the Harper family's home, a nightmare was unfolding. By the end of that weekend, 5 lives would be gone, and a respected school principal would be at the center of it all. This is the story of Vincent Brothers, a man everyone thought they knew, until they didn't. Joni Harper was a 39-year-old mother of 3. She was kind, devoted, and deeply loved by her family. Her husband, Vincent Brothers, was the vice principal at an elementary school. Well-spoken, educated, and admired in the community. Together, they had 3 beautiful children: 4-year-old Marquez, 2-year-old Lindsay, and 6-week-old baby Marshall. To everyone who knew them, the Harpers were the picture of happiness. But behind closed doors, things were far from perfect. Joni had filed for divorce from Vincent more than once. She had grown tired of his cheating, his temper, and the feeling that she was living a lie. Still, she tried to make it work. She wanted her children to have their father. And when Vincent came back into their lives in 2003, she gave him another chance. July 6, 2003. Police in Bakersfield receive a chilling call. Relatives hadn't heard from Joni for days. Officers arrive at her home, and what they find inside shocks even the most seasoned detectives. Joni Harper, her mother, Ernestine Harper, and Joni's 3 children, Marquez, Lindsay, and baby Marshall, are all dead. Each victim had been shot multiple times. The family dog was also killed. There were no signs of forced entry, no robbery, nothing missing. It was personal, and immediately, detectives began to wonder, who could do something so cold, so brutal, to an entire family? Vincent Brothers appeared devastated when police told him the news. He claimed he'd been out of town, visiting his brother in Ohio during the murders. His plane ticket and rental car records backed him up. He even had receipts from his trip. On paper, it looked airtight. Investigators initially had no reason to doubt him. But something about Vincent's demeanor didn't sit right. While family and friends wept, Vincent remained strangely calm. Too calm. And when detectives began digging into his past, the cracks started to show. Vincent wasn't just a husband and father. He was also a womanizer, living a double life. He had multiple affairs, including one with a woman in North Carolina, the same state where he'd supposedly flown to visit family. Detectives found emails, phone calls, and love letters. Vincent was charming, manipulative, and used to getting what he wanted. But what he wanted now was freedom. Freedom from his responsibilities. Freedom from the image of a perfect family. And, according to prosecutors, he saw only one way out. For weeks, Vincent stuck to his story. He'd flown to Ohio on July 2nd, rented a car, and stayed with his brother until July 8th. But FBI investigators noticed something odd. The rental car Vincent returned had thousands of extra miles on it. Too many for just an Ohio road trip. They checked the car's odometer, its GPS logs, and bug splatter analysis on the windshield. Yes, bug splatter analysis. Forensic entomologists identified insect species native only to the western United States, specifically California's Central Valley. That meant the car, and Vincent, had been in California during the murders. His perfect alibi just shattered. When confronted, Vincent denied everything. He said someone must have borrowed the car, but the evidence was overwhelming. Cell phone records placed him on the route between Bakersfield and Nevada. Gas receipts, toll records, even his own credit card activity painted a chilling timeline. He had flown to Ohio, but secretly driven back across the country to kill his family, then returned the rental car and pretended to be shocked by their deaths. Investigators now knew exactly what kind of man they were dealing with. In 2007, after years of investigation, Vincent Brothers went to trial for the murders of his wife, his mother-in-law, and his 3 young children. Prosecutors argued that greed, pride, and infidelity drove him to murder. He wanted life insurance money. He wanted his reputation untarnished. And he wanted to erase the life he saw as holding him back. The defense claimed there was no physical evidence placing him at the scene. But forensic science told a different story. Tiny insects, mileage logs, cell tower pings, all pointed back to one man, Vincent Brothers. After a grueling, emotional trial, the jury found him guilty on all counts. He was sentenced to death. Even behind bars, Vincent maintained his innocence. He called himself a victim of racism and media bias. But few believed him. For the Harper family, the verdict brought justice. But not peace. They'd lost 6 lives that summer. 5 human, 1 loyal pet. And no sentence could bring them back. Joni's sister said it best. He took away a whole generation of our family. The Vincent Brothers case remains one of the most chilling examples of how evil can wear the mask of normalcy. A teacher, a father, a husband, a man trusted by his community, who planned, executed, and covered up one of the most heartless crimes in California history. Because sometimes, the face of evil is the one sitting right next to you. This is True Crime Casefiles. If this story gripped you, subscribe for more real stories of betrayal, mystery, and justice. And remember, truth always finds its way to the surface.